All right, good morning, Professor Ginsburg. Hope you are doing well. Here's a summary of the Edtpa of physical education. I want to start off talking about the introduction to the Edtpa of physical education. And one of the things that stuck out to me was the purpose of the Edtpa. I think a lot of us students had that question of what is this, what is the purpose of the assessment. But I think after going over it and understanding what their purpose was, I think I got out of it was it's an opportunity to measure our readiness to become teachers in the field. And then I liked what it talked about here was it was an opportunity for us to develop and apply our knowledge, reflect and analyze our teaching methods. And then I think I really did like this point. It's an opportunity for us to consider different research and theory about how students learn. And so moving on here, I just kind of want to briefly talk about kind of the bulk of what the handbook had, and that is planning task 1, planning task 2, and planning task 3, and kind of what's going to be required of us as far as lesson plans, commentary, videos, assessments, and so forth. What I really did like is that each task did include a rubric to guide our thinking, planning, and writing. I think without the rubric, we kind of be lost in what's gonna be asked of us. So this rubric kind of brought a lot of understanding and what's going to be needed of us to do well on this assessment. Moving on, the physical education glossary. I really, really, really did enjoy this section of the handbook because initially going through the handbook, there was a lot of words that I was unfamiliar with, such as affected domain, central focus, cognitive domain, commentary, assets, and so forth. And so hitting this area of the handbook and going, briefly over the meaning of each word brought a lot of understanding to the text. I think a lot of this language I use already, but a lot of it I've never used. And so I think, one, this is helping us to inform us on the academic language that will be used on the assessment, but also academic language that's going to be required of us in the future. I think a lot of teachers I've heard as I sub through the district use this language on a daily basis. And so I know that this is language that's going to be required of me in the near future. And last but not, I think I just kind of want to talk about going through this Edtpa brought me back to the first time we met, and that's when you brought up growth mindset. It was overwhelming going over through this handbook, but going back to growth mindset, all this is going to make me and the others in the class better teachers. It's going to allow us an opportunity to grow and analyze our different teaching methods, and I'm excited to kind of get started on the Edtpa and looking forward to progressing and becoming a better educator. So thank you again, Professor Ginsburg. Looking forward to seeing you next class. Take care.